What is up, YouTube? This is StreetSid here, and joining me today is Yermum.
Hello.
Yermum is actually a player who has played quite a while, and he's played League of Legends for quite a while, and yeah. So, Yermum, how did you start playing?
I actually heard about the game from a buddy of mine who actually played it a bit, and he told me that I should try it out as well. So I downloaded it, started playing, and then I told my friends to play it. And therefore StreetSid is playing it.
Yeah, that is true. And just a question: were you any hesitant to trying it at first?
Yes, a little bit, because I had played Dota sometimes, but I didn't like it that much. And when I heard that it was almost the same as Dota, just better, I was like, nah, I don't know. But he convinced me, so I tried it, and I actually love it now. What do you think about it so far?
At this point, I think this is actually my favorite game. Not like so. Right now, I'm loving the game. How about you?
Yeah, I actually love it. It's at this point, it's the favorite game. You can do really much with it. It's different in so many ways. It depends on how you're playing and what characters you're playing. So it can get a little bit boring if you're playing it the whole day. But then I love to play half an hour with Minecraft just to relax a bit, and then back to League of Legends again.
So how long have you been playing? Because you've been playing a bit more than me.
Yeah, I think I started in the start of October, around that, I think. I'm not sure, in 2010. So, when did you start playing?
Well, I started about early December, late November. And, well, the reason was because you or another player that we play with a lot told me. And since then I actually just been playing a lot.
Yeah, so what's your top 3 favorite champions?
So there's about 70 champions, isn't it?
Yeah, I think around that.
So my favorite champion is then probably Rammus, and Rammus is also maybe the first champion I really played a lot. And he's a tank, and most of you who played any kind of games like this, or RPGs or stuff like that, you probably know what a tank is. And my second favorite is probably Udyr, and Udyr is a tank as well. And lastly, my last favorite is probably Olaf. So, what's your favorite champs, or top 3?
My first favorite is Shogath, I think. He's a tank and a nuke as well. You can build him both ways. I think the first reason because I love him that much is because his ultimate, that's the best spell he can do, is he can feast on people, like eat them, and then he grows bigger, so he grows and he takes the whole lane. He's like a giant monster, he's like a boss. And my second favorite is Soraka. She's like the opposite. She's a little weak. She's main thing about her is she's like a medic. She's a support, and all her spells is like healing or giving mana to the other champions on the team. And then my third favorite is Jarvan Fourth. He's a pretty new champion. He's like a month old or something, I think.
Yeah,
maybe 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah, I think.
Yeah. He's like DPS attack damage kind of champion, and he's kind of tankish as well. He's a bruiser. He does much damage as well as he can take a lot of damage.
So now we basically told you a lot of things you might not understand. So I think we're just going to talk quick about what the different champion roles are. And I think we can start with the tank, considering both our favorite is a tank. So a tank is basically really easy to describe. He's the guy who's supposed to go in the fight first and take as much damage as possible and try to keep the enemy team away from his teammates.
Yeah.
And then just get out of there when he's almost dead.
He can take a lot of damage. He has a lot of health, armor, and magic resist and all that. So.
And then DPS, or damaging. That's basically a guy who he does a lot of damage. Well, DPS is damage per second, so he constantly just do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And there's the difference between just normal DPS and bruiser DPS. And the normal DPS, they're really what's called squishy. In other words, they don't have much health. They'll die easily, and they're usually ranged, but sometimes they're close combat as well. And then there's the bruisers who Jarvan the Fourth who can take some damage, but not as much as a tank.
But he can take some damage and he can deal much damage, but not as much as like the squishy DPSs because it had to be balanced the game.
Yeah. And what do you tell about support? Because I don't really play support.
Support role is a role that is really squishy as well, and their main mission in the game is like give buffs and give health and give mana to your teammates. Just help them so they can stay in lane a lot longer and make them more powerful. Like Sona, for example, she can give you more movement speed. Nunu can give you more movement speed, and like Soraka, for example, that I have some experience with, she can increase your health, give you more health. She can give you more mana, and she can give you a shield as well. She in the same spell she's giving you health.
We can talk about our favorite roles. I really like to play tank. You don't do as much damage. You basically do no damage, but I don't know. It's just something that I like with it. Well, what about you, Yermum?
Basically, my favorite is playing as a tank as well, and then I'm of course playing Shogath tank. But something I really like as well is Soraka playing the support role. It's really rare to kill enemy players, but the thing that I like about it is that some of your teammates actually it feels like they're falling in love with me because I save them and I make it easier for them to push, so they're thanking me all the time, and I feel that I'm appreciated more than if they are harassing me and like, don't steal my kills, and you can relax a bit more. And
but masteries and runes and summoner spells, what are those?
you have masteries. Each level for summoner, that's like you controlling your champion, that's not your champion. But the summoner spells, summoner masteries you have for a summoner can be from level 1 to level 30. And for each level you get one more mastery you can put. So masteries are like abilities that give you bonuses in the game, and you can change them from game to game. You can change them whenever you want, except in mid-game. And there are 3 different like lanes, you can call them. It's like attacking, and it's defending, and it's utility. So if you're a tank, basically most of the points you put there is on defense. If you're an attacker, DPS, you put most of your points on the attacking lane. And support characters, they can put them actually whenever they want, mostly utility, but from when I look at it, I don't use the utility that much. So
And the thing is, as you said, you get 1 point each level, so you're slowly getting used to what you should do. It's not like you get 30 points and you're like, what should I do with this?
yeah,
You slowly learn what you can and what you should do with it, so that's good. Runes are something completely different, and you have 4 kind of runes. They're called marks, glyphs, seals, and quintessences.
yes.
And they're not too much of a big deal. We have friends who don't even use them, but they're a good bonus. Basically, it's a small bonus that gives you more damage or more utility.
Or health regeneration, or movement speed, or attack speed, or some small things like that.
So, okay, we're sorry about that. But anyway, it will basically increase your chances of winning, but they're not necessarily game-changing.
Yeah.
They might get, like, when a guy would escape with 1 health, if you had runes, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
like that.
I like to call them a small bonus.
Yeah. For an example, you can see when I play Jarvan, I use my attack damage runes, and when I filled all my runes with attack damage, I gained 15 attack damage. And that not much, because the standard attack damage in level 1 is like 60. So in early game, it helps a lot, but in early game we're not focusing that much on the kills. But late game, when you have like 350 attack damage, levels 15 does almost not count at all.
Yeah.
So early game it's good to have, and late game you don't realize you have them actually.
Yeah, runes are usually basically an early game changer.
Yeah.
Your summoner spells then are giving your champion some bonuses, like there's called Ghost, which can increases the speed of your champion. Flash, you basically you flash.
You teleport like 5 meters.
Yeah, something like that.
Or something.
Or teleport, you can actually teleport to somewhere on the map, specific places, of course, and stuff like that. We're not gonna go too in depth with that. You will learn that throughout throughout my videos. And game types. Yeah.
Yeah. You have normal games, custom games, ranked games, and co-op versus AI. We have 5v5 and 3v3 through all those, except co-op versus AI. That's only 5v5, I think.
Yeah.
Normal games, it's just play normal, and you will the average level of your team. They are balancing the team, so it will have the average summoner level on each team. So it won't be that much unbalanced, and you can have pre-made, or you can go solo. So the server will match you with other players, or you can play with your friends against another team, like play with your clan against another clan.
So I think we're at an end now, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have any last words you wanna say?
No, not really. Hope we can do another dual commentary, like a real commentary, not just information about the game.
Yeah, because it won't be like this every time. This is just this one, and because now we have, but on other videos we will talk about the gameplay as well.
Yeah.
But now it's just to inform and show you some gameplay where we have played together. Just remember that in game I am StreetSid, and in game
I'm Yermum.
So this has been StreetSid, and I'll see you later, guys.